My friend Donald proudly told the world that he hates his enemy in general, whoever that enemy may be. Once again, proving that he's a fake Christian. Uh, but I think it's an example of his personality disorder. He really comes across as a psychopath a lot of the time. Um, but it brings up another point about him and about the way his mind works that I think it's really important people try to understand this. Um, he likes winning, you know that, and it seems like it's to a pathological degree. He wants to win, but more so he wants to defeat other people because most people understand that you can win through cooperation. You can have situations where everybody wins, but with him, he's always looking for an enemy to defeat. He's got the warrior gene or whatever, psychopath gene, uh, which is fake. Of course, environmental factors come into play with a psychological disorder. I'm not a psychologist at all, so don't take my psychological advice. I just call them like I see them. But yeah, he's not happy unless he's crushing someone else beneath his boot. And it doesn't matter who it is. He even goes after Republicans and people who helped him tremendously, like Jeff Sessions, who was a reliable Republican senator, a solid conservative vote in the Senate. He left the Senate to serve in the Trump administration. On election night, Trump called him a genius, and he ended up, I don't know, I assume he resigned on the president's request or was fired, same thing. But Jeff Sessions went, and he ended up running for Senate again, and Trump campaigned against him because he was on the bad people's list after working with Trump, and Trump decided he was someone to defeat. Then Trump ran Tommy Tuberville against him, giving us perhaps the dumbest senator in American history. So that's how Trump thanks you for helping him. James Comey. Trump is currently calling for James Comey to be prosecuted for imagined crimes. I don't know. James Comey's the guy that made him president. That July press conference in 2016, when James Comey, in an unprecedented manner, he comes out and says, "Oh, we know Hillary Clinton's guilty of all these crimes, but we just don't think we have enough evidence to prosecute, so we're going to let it go." He said this during an election year, and it's not even the FBI's job to prosecute. That would be the that would be the Attorney General. That would be the Obama administration. And in retrospect, I think I read something about where Comey claimed he was trying to take heat off of the Attorney General. I don't know. It was an election year, man. You got to be careful. Anyway, Comey made Trump president, but then it wasn't long before, he was out and an enemy of Trump, someone else for Trump to defeat, even though Comey did him the biggest favor of his life. So it's not about sides. It's not about a cause. It's not about any kind of mission. It's not about what's right or wrong. No kind of morality or logic. It's about winning. Trump likes to win, and he feels like he's not winning unless he's defeating someone else. He chose the Christian side because the Christians are the biggest gang in America. He's expressed in the past that he thought it would be a good idea for the U.S. and the Russians to be allies, even when it was the Soviet Union. He wanted to be allies with them because he figured that together the two countries would be unstoppable, the strongest gang. And I don't know if he learned this gang stuff, this gang mentality from working with the mafia in New York, or again, if it's just his special brain, I don't know. But essentially, he's no better than a dangerous animal. There's no rhyme or reason to the things he wants to do. And I'll just leave you with this thought. You knew I was a snake before you took me in.